Alright, hello everyone, my name's Adam Vox, and I'm back here in my messy apartment with another haul video. This is going to be kind of a mess because I have things spread out here. We're still clearly, as you can see behind me, getting the unpacking going. My parents actually just ordered me a new bookshelf, or bookcase, which is going to span this entire wall next to me here, and it's going to be fantastic. So I'm definitely going to show off some collection-based stuff once that's put together and ready to go. It should get here later this week. But I have gotten some new things to add to my collection that I wanted to show off here in this haul video. Let's do it. Alright, first things first are a couple things I've actually just picked up from Target. Target had a bunch of weird stuff on clearance and just sitting out that they don't normally have, the one near my fiance Chu's house. And so I actually picked up this Luigi Super Mario case for my 3DS XL. My one with the capture card in it that's for right now broken. I've been wanting a case for it, and I even literally said to Chu, like 5 minutes before we found this, hey, if I ever find one on sale, I'd really like a case for my 3DS, but I'm not about to pay $15 to $20 for one. I'll wait till we find one on sale or clearance. And boom, this comes with like a screen protector and a couple styluses and some game cases. It was like $9, so I went ahead and went for it. Next up, we have a PSP accessory pouch and cloth. Just has a few little accessories in here, microfiber cloth, etc. And this was only $3, and it was on clearance. They had a couple different little PSP things. I don't actually own a PSP at the moment, but I own quite a few PSP games, and so I definitely plan to add a PSP to my collection soon. And so I've been getting PSP related things over time. They also had a set of PSP earbuds and like media control thing, but they were still like $5, and I don't really need another pair of earbuds just because they were labeled PSP. Lastly, they weirdly enough had this sitting out on a shelf, and it is Gears of War? What? Guild Wars Eye of the North. It's a pre-release bonus pack. And to be totally honest, this was a wasted $20, but I knew that going into it. I just wanted to get it anyway. It is literally like a pre-order bonus, just bonus pack for before this came out. Keeping in mind this came out in about 2007. So this is 8 years old, and it's like a pre-order bonus. It has a coupon for the full version of the game, which expired in like 2008 for the full version of this expansion, and then has a few other in-game like pre-release bonus stuff to it, which again are all expired. But I didn't entirely know what would come into it at the time, and then they have a couple pre-release weapons and things like that that might be redeemable, and like a free trial to the game before you have to buy it or whatever. But I thought it was really cool to just find this on a shelf at a normal retail store. And the only reason it was this expensive was probably because the label was labeled for some dance game. Though they have like a custom price sticker on the bottom. But I still thought it was pretty neat. And this is the only expansion that Chu doesn't have for the original Guild Wars. And we were getting it hoping that there would be something for it. However, there's no actual gameplay from this. But I still thought it was really cool. And since it's in pretty good condition and they just had it sitting there, I wanted to grab it. Since I mentioned Chu's copy of the original Guild Wars, we'll go ahead and go over some of the stuff that we're adding to my collection from her stuff. Since she isn't fully moving in with me, not all of her stuff's coming over here, but she did want to go ahead and add some of her games and stuff like that to it. So we do have her original Guild Wars Trilogy game disc that I got her for Christmas. Mass Effect Paragon Lost on Blu-ray. Beautiful Katamari for Xbox 360, which is a pretty fun little goofy game. Very Japanese, but it's kind of fun to play with her. And then she also has, which I got her for Christmas as well, I believe, the Elder Scrolls Anthology, which contains all 5 original Elder Scrolls games, and all together. 3 of them, Oblivion, Morrowind, and Skyrim, are all on a Steam key. They still have DVDs for them. But then Arena and Daggerfall come on just disc keys, because they weren't on Steam. But it's really cool, and they have a lot of cool art in there, and they have maps for every single game. It's really kind of awesome. Alright, next up is from a store that we went to by Chu's house, also called Five Below. Every once in a while they have games there. I picked up like Tetris for the 3DS and things like that. And basically everything in the store is $5 or less. And so they actually had PS3 games there this time, and this one was BlazBlue Continuous Shift Extend, which is a great fighting game, and I believe Total Biscuit said his favorite fighting game was BlazBlue, or that he really liked it at least. And I've never even played it, so I'm definitely going to give it a try and see what it's all about. And then we had Starhawk, which is like, it was almost like a launch title maybe? I can't find a copyright date, 2008. So it may have been a launch title, or it may have just been one of those first party games for the PS4 multiplayer. It may very well be dead as far as the multiplayer is concerned, but it was $5 and I wanted to pick it up. And then we did later see that at Target, and it was like still $15 there and like $15 at GameStop. So I got a good deal on it. So that was kind of cool. Lastly, we have some games that I picked up from Goodwill, actually. And I want to go back there, and I'm actually tomorrow, hopefully, if they're open. I don't know if they're open on Sunday. I'm recording this Saturday night. I want to go to the one by my apartment now, but to drop off some more stuff and look at what games they have. But I walked in there, and they had a whole shelf of like PS2 and original Xbox games. And I just thought I was in like gaming heaven. I was going to pick up a bunch of stuff. But all of the cases were empty, except for these two and a couple more that I didn't want. So I couldn't decide whether or not someone had kept most of the discs behind the counter and I had to go ask for them, or if they just somehow had a bunch of empty cases or someone had stolen the games. They were super busy in the super long line, and the lady was getting really annoyed, so I didn't bother to ask. I may go back at some point and ask, because it looked like stuff had been sitting there for a while. But I did pick up Jet Moto on the PlayStation 1. A little goofy little ski racing game. They have a bunch of mini games in there. Those are always fun to just goof around in. NBA Live 98. I love the older basketball games because it's all about really just kind of timing the timing your button presses. It's not all that super complicated stuff like in the new ones to make it more realistic, which I realize people like that, and I understand why they like that, but it's not my thing. And I may try to scan this in or find a picture online or show you. It has rich 3D courts, and then some of the realistic player graphics, and some of the face that this player is making is just so ridiculous. But that's on the PS1, and it goes up to 8 players. Only 1 or 2 players on Jet Moto, though. Then they had a stack of Nintendo 64 games, and I just got all of them. I got Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. Turok games are always pretty fun. Shoot up some dinosaurs. The original Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Hell yeah. Ken Griffey Jr.'s Slugfest. Excitebike 64. And then I still don't know the title of this. Ready to Rumble Boxing, or Ready O Rumble Boxing by Midway on the 64. Just some goofy games, but all of my Nintendo 64 games were lost in a flood in 1998, so I got to build my collection back up. So went ahead and picked those up. And then I also got, which is buried over here, so I'm not going to dig it out, but I'll post like an overlay of my Instagram picture. I did pick up a Super Pad 64 from there as well. It's a blue Nintendo 64 controller that only had the stick in the middle. It didn't have the stick sticking out on the sides. And it was just, a generic Nintendo 64 controller, so I picked it up. Why not? I also wanted to add what I forgot to add in while I was editing this video. I noticed I ended up getting Super Dragon Ball Z for the PlayStation 2 from eStarland. That was on when I did my eStarland experience and review. This one was on back order from my original order. Well, it finally came in. It's just the disc, but I have it, so I'm excited to play it because I honestly didn't even know this game existed, and I'm excited to see what it's all about. But that's been my recent hauls for right now that I wanted to share with you guys, gaming related wise. Quite a few new things in quite a few different places. Like I said, I do plan on going to the Goodwill near my apartment either tomorrow or maybe on Monday or something, and checking it out because I want to see what they have and get some new games and stuff. And once I have more money again, because currently I'm totally broke, but once I get paid, I definitely want to go hit up some yard sales and things like that. It is fall, so hopefully more yard sales will come up, and I need to actually make myself go look at them. I never bother to, but I keep hearing of good stories of people finding crap on there, and I need to go look because I can get some stuff for cheap, and I don't mind buying things for cheap. But just want to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about haul videos in the comment section down there below. And smash that like button. I'll see you in the next one.